girls. Women's sports is up for grabs. It's time to live your dream. The Kate Daly Show starts now.
So you're now no longer are you necessarily keeping those private files in some file cabinet that's locked in the basement of the house. It's on your laptop, and it's then therefore up here in this cloud that exists above us, right? It's no longer in a physical place. So you're now no longer are you necessarily keeping those private files.
Tomorrow will be today tomorrow. So live today. So the future today will be as the past today as it is tomorrow.
All right. So Dr. Pest is not with us this week. So we're going to do the next best thing. We're going to take your calls.
I thought you were going to say we were going to go home.
Show over. No. Yeah, it's a Monday for sure. And I know a lot of us are feeling this Monday, but you know what? We're going to let you weigh in. We're going to hear what you have to say. I can't wait. Just do it without any cussing, please. But please, I want to hear from you. I really do.
I had a very strange experience last week.
Hold that thought. 888-673-1450 if you're listening to us live in the afternoon. 888-673-1450. Go ahead.
As we get older, and I have them, the little brown dark spots on your hand. Age spots.
I have them.
And so I was at the dermatologist last week having a follow-up on my melanoma. And I asked if there was anything I could do to get rid of these dark spots.
Okay.
And the dermatologist says, yeah, check your ancestry.
And Uncle Milty.
If you try
that's Uncle Milty.
Yeah, and if you try to get rid of them, it's racism.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Really appreciate that. Hi, caller. Save me. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show. Go right ahead. What's on your mind? Caller.
Can you hear me?
I can. Go right ahead.
Hi. Well, great to talk to you.
You too.
I really appreciate your voice.
Thank you.
And your show, and Uncle Milty, too.
Oh, that's nice to throw him in. No, I'm just teasing.
Well, usually they throw me out.
Yeah, thank you. What's on your mind?
I wanted to suggest that you have on your show a survivor of the USS Liberty attack from 1967.
Ooh, okay.
Because that's really when Aipac took control over U.S. foreign policy. And there was a cover-up then by the U.S. government.
Yes.
And it's so relevant to today.
Yes.
Because, we do not want the United States to get involved in more wars. And you see this war,
brewing.
Things are heating up with Iran now. And we don't want to be put in a position to side with Israel or anybody,
right?
And get involved in another war. So I think that a lot of your listeners, or maybe some of them, may not be familiar with the story of the USS Liberty.
Right.
And that would, I think, wake them up to realize, this is nothing new in terms of the control of American foreign policy.
So true.
And we just need to have more people aware and not to support Israel for a war against Iran.
Yeah. Thank you for that call. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Kate.
Thank you. So sweet. It's funny. It's kind of funny, odd that whatever Israel does, no matter, or whatever Iran, we're always in it. It's never, we're over here in the United States looking abroad to foreign lands, but we're always heavily invested into it as if it's ours, right? As if it's the United States being attacked or not attacked. Or it's very strange how we've adopted this as part of our country, our focus, our foreign policy, the money stream. People should be questioning these things always. And I'm with her.
The caller was right, though. That was a very important thing, the issue of the U.S. The Liberty was a spy ship.
Yeah.
And they were actually intercepting information from the Israelis. and they got hit by an Israeli torpedo.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. I think, there's so many incidences where they were very contrived, very controlled, much more than we think. And right now, 9/11, there was some sort of headline, and I'm going to botch this, I know, but there was some sort of headline where it was about the terrorists of 9/11. And how many years are we out of 9/11?
Gee, it's been a few.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well over 20. And the photos seem kind of peculiar. The photos don't seem very, I'm going to go with real. And why is this a headline all these years later? Why? Are we getting another event courtesy of governments going in on this together again? Are we at the behest of this again? Is this why they're conjuring up the 9/11? The 9/11 headlines again. Doesn't it seem a little weird that we have 9/11 headlines in the press about the terrorists? I don't know. The pictures just seemed odd, but.
Well, what struck me as really odd was last week when they announced there was some kind of a plea deal with Khalid Sheikh Mohammed.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And why a plea deal, and why did it get reversed so fast?
Yeah. There's always a reason for everything. I do not believe in coincidence. So there's always something going on. And with this 9/11 one, the guy that they're constantly showing the pictures of, I just think it's kind of strange that the people in the photos, we're going to say, we've had a lot of people do a lot of investigations, come on the show, talk about it. People are very much alive in Saudi Arabia that conducted the attacks inside the airplanes. We have the gentleman, the guy being accused, right? Khalid. Is it Khalid?
Khalid Sheikh Mohammed.
Yeah. There's some interesting information on him that people from his hometown said he was sort of the area idiot. There was no way he did any sort of mastermind. He has a very low IQ. They have the one picture of him that they show all the time, and that we don't know enough about him because his hometown says he was the village idiot. He was the low IQ. Why is he the one that is in the photos and being paraded around? We're just told so many lies.
Yeah, and to verify that, he kind of looks like John Belushi.
He really does. Yeah, he looks like John Belushi. But I know that we are not told the truth about so many things that we really should be questioning everything. And there's no coincidences either. But Khalid, not who we think he is, by the way. He was their poster boy, but not the poster boy that you think. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show. Go right ahead.
Hey, so the reason they keep on bringing out 9/11 2001, when they brought down those towers with concentrated energy weapons, they were turned to dust, aka, anyway, the reason they keep on bringing that up is they have to keep on bringing it up in order to drive their narrative that sheep herders from the Middle East flew airplanes into the building. The thing is, they have to do it to keep the Middle East power so that we can keep on bombing the crap out of the Middle East.
Right. Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
They
Thanks.
have to keep the animosity going. Anyway,
yes.
That's it.
All right. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show. Go right ahead. I'm trying to get there. Have you guys noticed that the pictures of Khalid, he doesn't look any older than he did in 2001? I know. I mean, why point out the most obvious things about the photos? Has anyone else been aware that that in his hometown they said this is the guy with the low IQ that couldn't mastermind a darn thing? But we propped him up as this person that did this. Anybody else hear that? I'm just so curious as to what you, how awake, what you know, what you don't know. Yeah, I caller. Welcome to the show. Go right ahead.
Hi, Kate.
Hi there. Hey, go right ahead.
Hey, I know exactly why they got, what was his name? Khalid Sheikh Mohammed or whatever the guy was. Well, if you think about it, back in 2001, the CIA was ahead of the DEI curve.
Mm.
And so that's why they brought him in.
Okay, DEI. Okay. Okay, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Interesting. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show. Go right ahead.
Hi, Kate. I just wanted to back up the lady that had called earlier. I mean, we went and bombed Iraq, who had no weapons of mass destruction, basically on behalf of Israel, right?
Yep.
So, and one thing you'll never see is an interview with Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, because the last thing they want is that guy talking.
Yeah, because we're going to realize that he is their poster boy and had nothing to do with 9/11.
Exactly.
Yep. Exactly. Do you find it interesting that they keep showing the same pictures of him and he hasn't aged at all in 23 years?
It is. Or? I haven't noticed his pictures, but I mean, I'll take your word for it. I also want to just point out, too, that you're one of the few people that interviewed on the air Rebecca Ross, who really laid out a lot of what was going on with 9/11.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
We don't need it another time in our lifetime to go fight on behalf of them.
Exactly. Sorry. Thank you. I love the call. Thank you so much, Mike. Really appreciate it. She did. She identified the several intelligence groups from different countries, shall we say, that got together to coordinate the attack. In her books, Rebecca Roth. A lot of people will not have her on the air in alternative media. Just wanted to say that too. And that there's so much more there that we do not realize about 9/11, and that our government very much knew it was going to happen, knew what was going on, and planned the lion's share. That's how they were able to do it, right? But the thing that started her off on that journey was that she noticed that the people were very much alive, the ones that they said were inside the airplanes that performed the crashes. They were very much alive in Saudi Arabia. There's just so much to unpack. No matter if we're talking about the Liberty, no matter if we're talking about the murder of over 3,000 Americans plus, because of everything that happened after, they're okay with doing that. And all you have to do is go back to the Northwoods document to find out that they're very much okay with the expenditure of Americans, collateral damage, if it can get us into a war. So do I suspect they could do another 9? Oh, yes, they could. 100%. Oh, for sure. But let's try to see through this one. Be right back. Kate Daly Show.
Get your tickets now for Kayenta Nuclear Lab,